Start impressing yourself, not girls. This is something that's really important in the gym, in your workplace, in school, basically in most aspects of life. If you really want to grow in the person you wanna become and you wanna become the best self, then you need to start impressing yourself, not others. So you've probably seen those like fitness YouTubers and they will always say to you, they're doing it for themselves and they're not doing it for others. And you're probably like, that's a bunch of bollocks. They must probably do it for the girls, for the cooch, but they're not. And let me explain why and how this works. So first let me tell you a story. I used to push more when like a couple of dudes I admired walked past, or a couple of girls, I would push more with my bench or push more with my deadlift and try to push one more rep. But when no people were walking around me, I literally wouldn't push. I would just do the 10 to 12 reps. And that's why I didn't grow in my first year that much. As you can see, like on my fitness journey, I posted a video about that. I will put a link up there. I showed my whole journey. And you could see that I didn't grow as much in the first 1.5 years, and the half year that I did grow a lot. I grew like immensely, and that's because I started impressing myself with like eating and all that type of stuff. And that's why I started growing more, because I started impressing myself. In the last half year I started impressing myself with how I ate, how I gymmed with the bench. Like every set I would impress myself. I didn't care about others, didn't look at others. I didn't look if they were looking at me. I started only doing it for myself. I started actually becoming more happy as well. And that's because I started impressing myself. Focusing on yourself in that way is the best way to grow in most circumstances, in your job, in your gym life, in your school, in your business. And also what's really important to grasp on this topic is when you start impressing yourself, you start impressing others automatically. Because when you impress yourself, others will, when they look, will see you actually impressing everyone around you. And they will probably think you're doing it for them. Most people will think that, but you're doing it for yourself. So what that does is a lot of people will be like, he has a good work ethic, he's disciplined, he keeps pushing through. And that's what you want, of course, in the long run. But then first you need to start impressing yourself to impress others. So that's also a really, really important thing. If you want to get girls, impress yourself, focus on yourself. If you want more friends, good quality, high quality friends, start impressing yourself first, then impress others with impressing yourself. So you should always focus on impressing yourself, and others will be impressed by that. So let me tell you a story last time. It sounds very childish, but I was kickboxing, So people were walking past. Normally what I would do is kickbox harder, of course, but I don't do that anymore. And what happened is, when I was kickboxing, I literally started having childish thoughts of challenging myself. Like, remember back in the day, can I climb that tree? Climb that tree. That was the same thing for me with kickboxing. Can I throw faster punches and harder and just go out all the way? And I did that, and I was super quick, super fast, I did good punches. And it was a challenge to myself. I did it to impress myself. I impressed myself. I fell down. I have a low blood pressure, so when I do that very extensively without taking some salt before or something of good nutrition, so my blood pressure stays on the correct level, I literally fell down and I was laughing. All the way through the pain I was laughing, because I was so proud of myself and I pressed myself. So that's a really good story and a really good example of what happens when you start impressing yourself. And apparently someone was looking at me and he said, you did really good and all that type of stuff. So because I was starting to impress myself, I impressed the other guy as well. And in this circumstance it was a guy. Sometimes I impress my girl. I have a girl. I impress her by just impressing myself. I don't focus on impressing her. I don't need to, because I'm impressing myself. So what's really important on this video is, and how to do it actually, is get the mindset of yourself. What really helps with this is meditation. Start meditating to be more mindful with your thoughts, and you can start guiding your thoughts to impressing yourself. What you really need to click in your head, be a little bit childish in this, like literally be your inner child in this, and start to be like challenging yourself of doing like a deadlift 120 kg. You PR'd it last time. Try to, when you have warmed up good enough, to do it twice to impress yourself. Or with like a better example, with like dumbbell press. You did 15 reps and then another 14 reps, and then on the last set you're like, I wanted 15 reps again, and you start pushing through the pain, literally going through pain, but you impress yourself. So that's really the story I want to tell. If you want some one-on-one guiding, you can DM me on my Instagram. It's free, so don't worry. It's just a one-on-one call, 15 minutes of some guides I can give you. And if you want like a full one-on-one guide with where I DM you every day if you're doing okay, if you're doing the correct thing, then DM me on Instagram as well, and we will get the details out for that. So that was the video. Start impressing yourself, not others. Later.